welcome. Jesus Christ. Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today should be the last video of this series. Last video we went through and washed the car and got it all set up, and it's looking fantastic. I couldn't be any more stoked on how it turned out. So all that's left is to fix all the little stuff. I was able to take it for a drive yesterday, found some extra stuff that I didn't know I needed to do, but you know, that's how it goes. So we just have like a laundry list of things we need to fix. So let's go, let's do it. All right, first thing, relatively simple. This strap is way too short. This metal piece was digging into my legs as I was driving. So this needs to be like probably another 2 inches longer. So it's just gonna kind of suck. You have to the adjustment for it is underneath the seat. So it was not fun. I was trying to do it outside, it wasn't working out. So we're gonna go over and do it again. All right, it's adjusted. It's a little uneven, but I have a bruise on my arm from reaching under the seat. So I think we're good there. Next up, so I'm pretty sure this is dragging the hub. So I'm gonna see if I can take the hub off, and it's like, you can see where the hub is contacting the shroud. So I'm gonna see if I can take that ring off of the hub, since I'm not using the horn button anyway. And then if not, worst case scenario, I'll trim the hub. The plastics themselves. So it looks like if I didn't have that just embossed outer ring where it comes up towards the hub, it would fit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this hub off and see if I can clearance that. Easier than I thought. This inner ring is literally just a piece of metal, like plastic and metal, that was just pressed on there. So it kind of just pried right off, and then now there's no horn ring. Makes this whole thing a whole lot simpler. Cool. Hopefully that now fits over the steering surround. There would be a time lapse of me putting this back on if I remembered to hit the record button, but I didn't. Anyways, all right, next step, funny little issue. All of my wiring from my wideband fell out onto my gas pedal, got like all wrapped up in it as I was driving around. That is not ideal. Better to happen driving around town, I guess, than on the track, maybe. That could be really bad if it was on track. So that just needs to be zip tied up. And I think there's a couple other wires that I was able to tuck back up, but I'm gonna do a better job, make sure they don't come back down. So cue funny time lapse of me fitting myself down into that area. All right, so I got that fixed. So next up, I'm gonna mess with the TS dash and see if I can figure out why the TS dash stopped working. Hopefully it just lost a project file, nothing big. But we're gonna have to turn on the laptop and figure that one out. right, so I got that figured out. That was arguably really simple in the end. It was, so it dropped the file out, which I haven't quite figured out why, but the other problem I was having was that once I put the new file on, that it wouldn't connect to the ECU. And that was because the project file that I had uploaded in did not match the project file name that was on the ECU, and so it didn't connect. So if anybody has that problem, that's something to think about. All right, next thing, small thing. I was looking at the vents as I was driving. That's normal. I was like, what the heck happened? I am 90% sure I took one of these apart trying to get it to work over here. And I think this was the one that I took apart, and I just put the thing in backwards. So I need to go get a screwdriver and just pop this guy out and then flip it back around the correct way. Looks kind of neat, but definitely wrong. Whole lot better. Cool, now that that's done, I think what we're gonna do next is do some cage touch-up. This looks like area that I did not prep very well, but there's a lot of like nicks and stuff that I should have clear wrapped the bars from the very beginning, but I thought I'd wait, and so some of this has gotten pretty bad. Some stuff up there I gotta fix up. Similar on that side, kind of less on the bars over there since I did more work on this side of the car, but I'm gonna do some touch up there so that I can give it a day to dry and then clear wrap it all so that I don't have to worry about nicking it getting in and out of the car. But it's gonna need some time away from people touching it, so I gotta do it as soon as possible. So that's where I'm gonna be. Got 2 coats down. In some areas it's looking good, some areas it's gonna look good enough for TV. Now between coats of that, I'm gonna take my door panels off so I can finally do the wrap on the top here, so that it'll all match and it won't, my door pulls won't look so out of place on the door. A lot closer to the vision I had. The red helps. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. Matches a lot better. It kind of pulls the rest of it together. Nice and ricey. All right, next we're going to put some clear wrap on the door bars so I don't destroy them any more than I already have. So now that the clear wrap is on there, which thankfully you can kind of barely see, but next I need to make a fire extinguisher mount that goes between those two bolts. So I've got some flat bar and I'm gonna see what I can build out of this. Hopefully it turns out well. All right, this is how it came out. Sorry for not really filming much other than just time-lapsing the whole thing, but I have to get this thing on a trailer like tomorrow. But essentially, M5 rib nuts on the back. I just kind of welded these pieces together so they attach to the seat bracket. I probably will come back later and paint it. But again, I'm out of time, so need to do this and then see what else is kind of urgent on my list of things that needs to get done. All right, simple enough. It bolts into the car surprisingly well for how little thought is going into it. So check that off the books. Next up, we have to do a quick oil change. I'm not really sure when the last time I changed the oil in it, but it was probably before all of the, well, probably before the last drift event, honestly, the last drift event Polecat. So it probably got warm, probably should change it. So that's where we're at now. So time lapse this again. All right, well, I think we did it. Kind of an anticlimactic to end this with the car all taken apart, but I had to start taking it apart to get it ready to put on the trailer. So, I mean, I'll call this a win. We've done everything on the list. We've taken care of everything that I was gonna end up getting done. Obviously there was probably some stuff that I meant to get done, but didn't have time to, but I mean, I'm still stoked. We're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. To everyone that has gone through and watched all these videos, I thank you. It's been kind of fun taking the time to like catalog what I've done. I've never been one to spend a whole lot of time making videos or writing blogs or forum posts type of stuff, so this is kind of new to me, but I've actually enjoyed the aspect of taking and editing these videos and taking everyone along for the ride of what I've been doing this whole time. It definitely was a lot more than I thought it was going to be, and I thought this was going to only be like 10 videos at most, but I think this is going to be like video 20 or something like that, 21 something. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun making them. I'm going to try to keep it going throughout the year, taking videos of like all the events and maybe some shenanigans and whatever or not we get into. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Next video up will be the track video from Polecat, so hopefully that turns out super well and I'm still smiling at the end of it and I'm not apologizing to Cody even more about how I, wrecked his paint on top of his motor. So anyways, thank you everyone. I will see you on the next one.